finally, we are halfway through Season 11, and with that comes huge implications. That's right, MSI is upon us, and the best 11 teams from across the globe are meeting in Iceland to determine the best team and earn sort of an extra seeding into Worlds. My name is izlogic.business and welcome to our group stages predictions for MSI 2021. So we have 36 matches to get through for this upcoming week, and we might as well kick it off with some bullet time. That's right, the Anarchy Analysis matchup of the week features Damonekia and Cloud9. One of our teams that we are following from the LCS this year is C9 at MSI, the other team being the Mad Lions from EU, but will we be breaking one of their matches down? Only time will tell. Nonetheless, this matchup is probably the biggest matchup that we're going to see this weekend, or this week's set of games, because it's probably the two biggest contenders for the title. C9 have been kind of touted as a team that could win this event. Meanwhile, Damonekia are your reigning world champions from Worlds 2020. Now, both teams have got stage experience, even though you would say C9 have less due to their team not actually competing at Worlds in 2020, but this experience for them is going to be huge. Do I think they'll beat Damonekia in Game 1 of the tournament? No. Do I think it'll be exciting and very close and very fun to obviously get to break down a team from Korea for once? Yes. So we're going with Damonekia winning the first game of this opening tournament. Game 2 is not one that I'm very good at commenting on. It is Infinity Esports versus Detonation Focus Me. Now, Detonation Focus Me has had many runs at the World Championships. I remember them showing up from year to year as the Japanese representative. And this, I do remember Udapon from their team in Evi. Whereas you look at the Latin American squad, a lot of people that I don't recognize the name of, but they are a Pool 3 team instead of Pool 4, and I do really actually rate the Latin American League majorly as a region, so I'm actually going to say that Infinity Esports are going to win this. I always put a high amount of rate on the Latin American scene, and as such, I pretty much would say that Infinity are going to win this one. Game 3 features the former OPL, now turned LCO representatives in Penta.gg against the LPL's RNG, or Royal Never Give Up. This matchup, there's realistically only one winner here. You've got a Pool 4 team versus a Pool 1 team. It's a major region versus minor. You've got to go with a major region, and more importantly, RNG are on fire, decimating the LPL, and basically on a redemption arc from their actual playoffs run. So I've got to go with RNG winning this one. Pentanet don't get to leave the stage just yet, and this could be either detrimental as it reveals their entire strategies, how each player wants to play here on the stage, but it also gets them fired up and a bit more stage experience and comfort. And they're going up against the Unicorns of Love, resident CIS region team that usually makes it to Worlds through the playing stages, and they don't have Gadget anymore, who was their kind of unique aspect of the lineup that we saw at Worlds. Instead, he now plays for Mouse during the European Masters, and I do believe that they are playing in the playoffs, the quarterfinals this week as well. At the time I'm recording, obviously, but Unicorns of Love are my pick to win this matchup. I don't think Penta are going to pick up a game day 1 of this tournament, and as such I've put them going 0-2 and the opposition teams that they're facing going up 1-0. Anyway, let's get into our next matchup. Now we have another very interesting matchup. Istanbul Warriors taking on Pain Gaming, Turkey versus Brazil. This for me is going to be interesting because I like Brazil as a region. They always have good games and they're always exciting and explosive. And then you've got Turkey, who are known for their kind of unique, crazy style of their own. You think of the likes of Broken Blade, Armor, Closer, all coming from this Turkish league. And you look at how they play League, you can see the sort of amazing stuff this Turkish team could bring. However, and this is a huge however, I have not gone for the Istanbul Warriors. Pain Gaming picking up win number 1 for themselves in this tourney, and personally I've got it down to just pure feelings that I feel that they could do a lot more work. They're gonna probably be very hard to deal with on the map. Probably one of the dark horse teams into the Rumble stage next week as well. And the last game of day 1 features PSG Talon taking on the Mad Lions. Obviously this is our other team that we focus on during the regular split, and realistically a team that I feel are gonna win here. And obviously this has got a lot to do with some changes that have had to happen with PSG. If you don't know, basically their main mid laner has to be benched due to health issues, and Doggo, who is a player from Beyond Gaming, I do believe, he essentially cannot compete, and as such it is going to be very interesting for PSG to actually see how well they do with a sub. Now, you may see the irony I'm going for here, as their Worlds run that got them into the group stages had them playing with subs and temp players during the first days of the tourney. That was okay and fine, and as such, I don't think that they're going to win against the Mad Lions, who didn't make it as far as PSG during Worlds last year. I probably should add, but I do feel that PSG will give a good showing, and we may eventually, if they make it into the Rumble, have a breakdown of this team. But obviously with the first round or stage 1 of MSI being all in this 1 week, there's no chance that we're going to see a PSG teamfight breakdown for week 1 anyway. But Mad Lions are going to win this 6th game on day 1. Obviously with the Gigabyte Marines, the VCS representatives unable to make it to the tournament, and Group A basically only having 3 teams, you're going to see a lot of this matchup. In fact, it's quadruple this matchup. Each team plays a quad round robin, and as such, when I talk Pentanet.gg versus RNG for the 2nd time, I'm gonna have to say RNG are gonna win yet again. Hands down, I just feel RNG are a contender for basically making it to the finals of MSI, and seeing Damwon versus RNG in a finals will be interesting if that is what the finals will be. But hands down, I've got to say RNG are winning this matchup pretty easily. The last unique matchup in Group 1 is RNG versus Unicorns of Love, being played 2nd on day 2. To me, this matchup is flip-floppable because of the fact that RNG will have just come off of a win from Penta. That's how confident I am on them winning that matchup. but Unicorns of Love could contest them. I have faith in Unicorns of Love to give RNG a run for their money. However, that run for that money won't be big enough, and I've gone with RNG go 3-0 and have firm control of Group 1 with Penta and Unicorns of Love vying for that second spot and the Rumble placement. Well, it's time to throw up the 07s for Infinity Esports, as they're about to be taken and demolished by Damonekia in their second bout of Group C. Personally, Damonekia should run away with this group with Cloud9 in second. That's my honest prediction for the group stages. But personally, I feel Damwon are just going to stomp everyone in this group, and maybe we see a contest between Perks and Showmaker. That's about it, and all we can really hope for in Group C. Now we have Detonation Focus Me versus Cloud9. This matchup could be very interesting, as normally DFM are a team to pick up big upset wins here at the international tournaments. Do I think they'll do it against C9 here? No, I don't. I haven't actually predicted any sort of upset just yet. Mind you, LCS teams I do tend to predict them to win big games, and you just remember Worlds, and let's just say that they all fumbled quite considerably. I'm just gonna name one team, I don't know, TSM, who went 0-6. You know, just group stage things for LCS teams. That's all I need to say. Now we have a very interesting matchup as the Mad Lions take on the Istanbul Warriors. Why am I saying this is interesting? Well, it is Armut versus a Turkish team. If you don't know, Armut is Turkish, coming from the Besiktas team that did not do too well this year, I do believe, in the Turkish league. But nonetheless, he's going up against players he's played before. Will it be enough to have Humanoid, Kazi Kaiser and Alyoya beat this Turkish team? Or will the Turkish team absolutely decimate the Mad Lions? Personally, I have gone with a Mad Lion win. Let's be honest, I just feel that it's very easy for them to beat this team. Although, in the past, the Mad Lions have kind of sucked against teams from Turkey. I distinctly remember the World's Playing Stages, the knockout, that best of 5. Yikes, that was pretty bad for the Mad Lions. And as such, they got knocked out during play-ins. Now, this is a completely different beast, and it is best of ones here. And as such, I have gone with the Mad Lions winning this matchup. The last matchup of the second day of this tournament is Pain Gaming versus PSG Talent. It's time for PSG to put up or show up, and I feel that they're gonna put up here against this team that is in the lower bracket, kind of pooling. Obviously PSG are a pool 2 team for some reason, same with Cloud9, but you know, I've gone with PSG winning here, although it's not going to be the same as what their run through playoffs in their region, as it's a completely different lineup technically that they're playing with. I still feel that they're going to be good enough to beat this Pain Gaming squad and show why they're a team to be feared here at MSI. It's always good to hear the bullet time in your ears, and it's even more interesting to know who it's actually coming out for, as one of the teams that's in this matchup is a team that we featured quite heavily during the Worlds 2020 sort of Anarchy Analysis series. Now, they're getting their own actual team fight breakdown this time instead of full game cast. It is the Unicorns of Love taking on RNG. Why have I featured this matchup? Why? Well, LPL, I like to always focus on them during international scene sort of events. Same with the LCK, and obviously with me covering the LCS and also the LEC during a regular split, it's nice to have a team that's very close to the LEC facing off against an LPL team. Now, obviously, the Unicorns of Love aren't in the LEC. They did technically used to be in the EU LCS, if I get my acronym correct, but they aren't anymore. But this is going to be an interesting matchup. I love watching the Unicorns of Love play, and I do like Chinese teams playing. Do I think the Russian team, who do you believe they're based in, will beat RNG, the Chinese team? No! I've obviously gone with RNG winning here. But it's still going to be a spectacle in their second matchup at MSI this year. And we've got 2 more showings of this matchup, let's be honest. So, this second matchup is going to go to RNG yet again. But it could be an absolute banger. But the Unicorns of Love do not get to come off stage just yet as they face Pentanet.gg. It's time for an upset. I've gone with Pentanet winning this matchup against the Unicorns of Love, purely just because I feel that the stress of stage is going to affect the Unicorns of Love. They can be exhausted from an absolutely grueling matchup, even though you could say they thrive in these 1v1, well, best of ones, because they can be so creative. Sheepy is known for being a mastermind in draft, and personally I feel that he's going to showcase his strengths here and absolutely dismantle Pentanet, unless we actually see what I've actually predicted in Pentanet winning. I just feel Pentanet will get at least 1 win in that Group 1. Probably going to be against the Unicorns of Love. Let us keep this one short and sweet. Damonekia versus Detonation Focus Me. Damonekia are going to win here. Pretty easy. Done. Well, I like keeping them short and sweet, as you can tell by the last one. Let's keep this one short and sweet as well. Infinity Esports versus Cloud9. I've gone with C9 winning here, and I feel that C9 should win in absolutely godly fashion. Then we got Pen Gaming versus the Mad Lions. This one is going to be very close, I personally feel, though I've gone with the Mad Lions winning. As you can see, I've put in a lot of favour into the LEC, the LPL, the LCK and the LCS's teams, but you have to then realise that I personally think that they're the strongest regions in the world right now, so them beating regions below them, kind of understandable in terms of predictions. And as such, that's kind of why I've gone with the LEC beating the CBL LOL. The last game on day 3 is the Istanbul Warriors taking on PSG Talon. This is going to be an interesting matchup nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. One of which I've gone with PSG winning, though it could be absolutely explosive and absolutely insane. This is one of them matchups that decides a lot about a group. You look, the group that these 2 teams are in, you've got a very hard lineup, and the Mad Lions pretty much probably going to make it into the knockout stages. And then it's anyone's game out of the rest of them. So, if PSG win this, they're more than likely gonna be in that second spot in Group B, and pretty much I would say Group B is the most competitive group of the 3. So we're down to 3 days remaining, and these 3 days are group-based action. So it's only one group facing off on a day, and as such you're going to hear a lot of repeat matchups. So day A and number 4, we're just going to rattle through, because group number 1 has literally the double of each matchup on this day. So matchup 1 is Unicorns Love versus RNG. I've gone with RNG winning. No need to say why, because we basically explained it. Game 2, Penta.gg versus Unicorns of Love. I've gone with Unicorns of Love winning. Game 3 is RNG versus Penta.gg. RNG are winning. You can see how I've gone with RNG winning pretty much every game, except the next one, where they face the Unicorns of Love. I've gone with the Unicorns of Love winning as game 4 of day 4, which is kind of a big shock, I would say, and one of which you realistically could expect to see during this MSI tournament. Game number 5, Penta.gg though are going to come back, battling hard against the Unicorns of Love, and actually pick up the win here, going up 2 wins in my actual notes. And the last game, obviously Penta.gg face RNG yet again, and I've gone with RNG beating them. Pretty simple predictions for group number 1. That takes us through to our next day, where we've got a whole lot more games to talk about. Day 5 sees Group B in action, so we're going to rattle on through. It's the Turkish battle yet again, Mad versus Istanbul. I've gone with Mad Lions picking up that one. Pretty simple prediction there, though it's going to be close. Game 2, Pain Gaming versus PSG. I've gone with PSG winning there. Game 3, Istanbul Warriors versus PSG. I've gone with Istanbul winning there over PSG. So they're going to basically have a 1-on-1 record against each other in terms of my prediction. Game number 4, Mad versus Pain. It's going to be Pain for the Pain team as they're going to lose to Mad Lions yet again. Pain though are going to bounce back against Istanbul Warriors, picking up a win there. And then it's PSG beating Mad in the last game of the day. That's sort of a very mixed group and a hell of a lot of mixed results there that I predicted. That every team's going to be beating everyone. That's honestly how I expect it to be. Though it could be anything but that. So that's a very close group, and we could possibly see tiebreakers out of it. And the final day of group stage action is obviously our third group of teams, kicking it off with Damonekia versus C9. Obviously the first matchup of the week, obviously the first match of the week, but it is going to be the last day's first matchup. And do I think the results can be any different from that first day? Not at all. I've gone with Damonekia winning that one. Game 2, Infinity Esports versus Detonation Focus Me. I do believe the last time these two I predicted Infinity winning. This time, Detonation Focus Me are who I'm predicting winning. It's going to be a very interesting group in terms of the battle for second, I feel. But this one is going to go to Detonation Focus Me. Game 3, Infinity versus Damonekia. You know I kept this one short and sweet last time. Damonekia are going to win again. Game number 4, Detonation Focus Me, C9. Detonation Focus Me, I've gone with winning. Yeah, I hinted at this before. Detonation Focus Me like to play upset 2 LCS teams. So, they're going to pick up an upset win against C9. What more could you expect than me doing that with a prediction? Game number 5, Detonation Focus Me's high streak is going to come to an end as they face Damonekia. Pretty simple prediction there, as I just feel Damonekia are probably going to stomp everyone in this group and not lose a singular game. Now, the last game is C9 versus Infinity Esports. C9 are going to bounce back and claim second in group number 3. And with that, 36 matches are predicted. The 2 Anarchy Analysis matchups are detailed. We've got nothing more to really say in this video other than if there's tiebreakers, expect to check them out on Twitter. I'll probably post about it there. MSI is going to be an absolute blast. It's always good to see international competition. And with that, I guess we can say the next predictions video will literally be the day after the end of the group stage because, spoiler alert, the Rumble begins on the Friday, which is 2 days after the end of the group stage. So there's a lot to discuss. There will be a lot of league that I need to watch and understand. But between then and now, I guess it's time we bid you adieu. If you enjoyed this episode of the Anarchy Analysis MSI Predictions, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here if you want to. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.